Good morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of To The Point. Today's topic of discussion is Indus Waters Treaty. First of all, let's see why is it in the news. Recently, the Pakistani delegation arrived in India as part of neutral expert proceedings to inspect two hydroelectric power projects in Jammu and Kashmir under the Indus Waters Treaty. This is the first visit by a Pakistani delegation to Jammu and Kashmir in more than 5 years under the dispute settlement mechanism of the 1960 treaty. Now let's discuss what is the Indus Waters Treaty. In 1947, the line of partition, aside from delineating geographical boundaries for India and Pakistan, also cut the Indus River system into two. Both sides were dependent on water from the Indus River basin to keep their irrigation infrastructure functional, and therefore equitable distribution was needed. In 1951, in the backdrop of the water sharing dispute, both countries applied to the World Bank for funding of their respective irrigation projects on the Indus and its tributaries. Finally, in 1960, after nearly a decade of fact-finding, negotiation, and proposals by the World Bank, India and Pakistan signed the Indus Waters Treaty, that is IWT, with the World Bank being a signatory to the pact. The IWT was signed by former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and then President of Pakistan Ayub Khan. Now moving on to key provisions of the IWT. The Indus River Basin has 6 rivers: Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj, originating from Tibet and flowing through the Himalayan ranges to enter Pakistan. The treaty prescribed how water from the 6 rivers would be shared between India and Pakistan. It allocated the 3 western rivers, Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, to Pakistan for unrestricted use, barring certain non-consumptive, agricultural and domestic uses by India, and the 3 eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas and Satluj, were allocated to India for unrestricted usage. This meant that 80% of the share of water went to Pakistan, leaving the rest 20% of water for use by India. It also required both countries to establish a permanent Indus Commission constituted by permanent commissioners on both sides. The functions of the commission include serving as a forum for the exchange of information on the rivers, for continued cooperation and as a first stop for resolution of conflicts. IWT does not have a unilateral exit provision and is supposed to remain in force unless both countries ratify another mutually agreed pact. Now let's have a look at Hydroelectric Projects Inspection under the IWT. Pakaldul Hydroelectric Project, Lower Kalnai Hydroelectric Power Project, Kishan Ganga Hydroelectric Project and Ratle Hydroelectric Power Project. Now lastly, moving on to the way forward. IWT is often cited as an example of the possibilities of peaceful coexistence that exist despite the troubled relationship between both neighboring countries. Now is the time for practice question. Consider the following statements about IWT, that is Indus Waters Treaty. 1. It allocated the 3 western rivers, Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, to India. 2. It also required both countries to establish a permanent Indus Commission. 3. IWT does not have a unilateral exit provision and is supposed to remain in force unless both countries ratify another mutually agreed pact. Select the correct answer from the codes given below. 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.